Good morning, everybody, here on March 28, 2024, here getting to the end of the month on Trading Within the Box. Thank you for coming. First of all, this is not a recommendation to buy, hold, sell, or trade any equities, futures, Forex, or any stocks, options, or anything in the stock market. This is an educational video only. If you'd like to purchase stocks, please contact a licensed professional, and they will help you at your execution or your favorite brokerage house. Okay, let's go in. So right here, S&P 500, it's not a surprise what we said in the last few videos. What did we say? We said we would come back. We had lighter volume that day, remember, down here. Came back to support, and then boom, we get the pop. Okay, and we close higher, trying to make a run up to this level at this 527. Okay. Let's look at the 2-hour chart here. We have a lot of stuff to go over, and we're going to follow the same group that we've been following. Okay, and then in another video, we'll follow the new stock list that we had gone over too. So look at the overnight trading here. You had right before the last 2 hours of trading yesterday, boom, you get the huge engulfing here. Okay, so let's see what happens if this holds, and then we get the break step up. Okay, to 526.51 on a 2-hour chart. Okay, so that's what we're looking for right now. Okay, looking for this market to continue to go up right now on the S&P 500. XLF, go over to the banks really quick. We're just reviewing the market really quick here. Market hasn't opened yet. Right now it's 9:06 a.m. here on March 28th, 2024. We're going in. Now look at the XLF. Let's go to volume analysis here, okay? On March 22nd, we had 32 million shares, okay? Yesterday, we had almost 37 million shares going up into this range here, okay? We had a high of 42.04 on the 22nd and a high of $42 on the 21st. So going into this candlestick right here with a little more volume. Let's see if it breaks through it, okay? Because look at the sellers now. Look at the sellers right here, how small they are right there, okay? And look at the buyers right there, okay? And then the buyers come back in a little stronger. Not as strong as they came in this area, okay? See the increasing volume as the days and days go on and on and on there, okay? So not as strong as that was, okay? So now SMH, we go to SMH now, and with SMH, look at this, we have more sellers than buyers here, okay, right now, okay? It's holding support right here at the 221.86, okay? Right now, pre-market, it's at 224.89, okay? So let's see if they make a run up at this 231.88, okay? Let's go to IWM, the speculators, really quick, because we're going over the market, the overall market, and this is not a surprise at all from the last few videos that we went. Remember what I said, they came back, whenever you see that below the moving average, that was the buy signal right here. You had the nice volume, you had the stochastic on the bottom heading up, okay? You had a almost velocity candlestick right here, so you know you're going to get the pullback, okay? You come back to support here with what? Much lighter volume right there, much lighter volume. Then you kick in, boom, with higher volume. Now, volume analysis, we're going into the swing point of March 8th, which had 41.448 million shares, going into that with 35. So let's see, as we go into that little area right there, as we're going into resistance, are they going to bust it up? Okay, right now it's 209.64 pre-market, okay? 209.83 was game, okay, as we were going up. We got a W formation here. Okay, but let's see if we're going to break up and above, okay? Because we're going into that area right there with a little bit of lighter volume, okay? Let's see what they're going to do, okay? And then we're just going to follow it. Just not a prediction, okay? This is following money. This is following what the big dogs are doing. Let's go to All World Microsoft here. And not a surprise from my last bunch of videos that I did, okay? And what happened, okay? We came up, and we have a lot of sellers right now, okay? We have a lot of selling, not a ton of selling volume, but we have a follow-through selling volume, okay? A little, and we have a below-average volume up here, okay? So what are we doing? We're heading down with the stochastic, okay? Microsoft will always hold the support level at one point, even when we're going down, because it's just very, very strong and solid, okay? Right now, we're going to go into this area. Now we're holding the 9-day moving average here, okay? Let's see what's going to happen if we're going to go up or we're going to go down, okay? So let's go to 2-hour chart. Let's figure this out. And right now, okay, as we're pulling back, I'm not saying the institutions aren't supporting this, but we're not, let's say, supporting this right now, as we don't know if we're going to be going up. We can get the trend change, okay? So remember, we're looking for a trend change on the 2-hour chart, so to catch it before it goes back up again, okay? We're below the moving average right here, okay? So if this fails here and then goes back down and retests the 418.07, okay? Let's see if it does that. Now, the vice versa, if it comes up and it holds here, and then we start getting this and we get the engulfing and we start moving up, okay, we'll get the 2-hour chart trend change, okay? And then we'll head back up to this area, okay? A lot of volume in that spot, okay, right there. So that's what we're looking at on Microsoft. Let's go over quickly because Microsoft is so important. Let's look at the 45-minute chart. On the 45-minute chart, there's more sellers than buyers right now, okay, on that in that area, okay. So let's go over to the big dog Apple, okay. The iPhone king, as we call him, right here. We hold support. Now look at Apple. When you look at Apple right here at the support level, okay, holding support here. Look at the volume stick right there. Boom. Okay, you got a massive amount of volume at that accumulation area. So we're holding on Apple, okay? We're holding right now, okay, on Apple. Okay, are we coming back with lighter volume? Look at the volume here, right in this spot right here, okay? Right there, okay? And now, when we came back to that support level, look at the volume as we came back to that support level. So you can kind of, we don't even do a volume analysis. You can just measure it right there. Yesterday, we come back off and we get a bounce. Okay? Let's see if this is going to follow through because it could always fail. It doesn't mean because we got the engulfing where we're still under the moving average, okay? We are on the bottom of the stochastic, so we could get the surge of energy with the markets as the S&P is moving up too, okay? So what's happening here? Let's look at the trend change. Now we're looking for Apple on a 2-hour chart for a trend change at support, okay? We come up, we had more sellers the other day than buyers. We come in and we have this little area here. Now this could be just a little bit of a bounce, okay? We come up, get the big engulfing. Now we come back in the aftermarket and the pre-market today. Let's see if we hold the 20-day moving average or we get the engulfing again. Then you know we're going to be heading up, maybe possibly to 177, maybe possibly, okay? So we're not predicting anything here, okay? So we're just following money, okay? Let's go to 15-minute chart, and on a 15-minute chart on the pre-market trading, right now it's not being supported on a 15-minute chart, but we have more buyers than sellers here on a 15-minute chart from yesterday, okay? So that's where you always have to look. You know, you always have to look at some of these small time frames to actually see what it's actually happening, okay? Go over to NVDA. Now, NVDA, let's go over this really in detail here, okay? So we were talking about, there was a lot of stuff on social media and the news and all this stuff that Friday was going to go up before Friday and everything, boom, boom, boom. Right. But what did I tell you in the videos, okay? I told you what? And I was right. I said, be careful of this spot right here because why? Going in with higher volume, coming down with higher volume, okay? Coming back with a very, very high volume stick right there, okay? Coming up. Remember, yeah, the video is going to go through the roof. It's going to go through the roof, okay? It's going to go up Friday. They could have been setting you up for the short, okay, right there. Now, why did I say it? As you were going in, let's do the volume analysis, okay? Let's do it. On March 8th, okay, and I was right. I told you they were going to sell into this spot right here, okay? All the hype. March 8th, okay, 2024, the volume was 104, coming down with 114.227 million shares, okay? Let's round it off, okay? Then we go, okay, so when we came up, we went into this candlestick, okay? We were coming up with 67. Now, keep in mind, 114 million shares coming down. Creeping up. I had told you we were creeping up 47 million. I told you we were creeping up at 48. I told you we were creeping up at 58.6 million. Okay, when we got into the swing point right at the top, okay, with 55 million shares going into 114 million shares. Okay, that's a failure at that spot for now. Okay, not saying that it's a failure completely. It's just a failure at that spot for now. Okay. Then we come back with 51, and we got increasing volume coming down with 58 million. Okay, so I told you that's what they were going to do. They were going to sell you into that spot. They're going to trap everybody in, and then boom, they're going to sell into that spot. And I told you, and I was right. Okay, I was telling my wife about it, and she thought I was actually out of my mind. That that I had no idea what I was talking about. But I told her they were going to sell into that spot, and I was right about that. Okay, so that's why I said you got to be careful when you're dealing with these high volume areas and you're going into them, especially even when you're coming down. When you're coming down into them and they reject it, you're going to go up. Okay, so now Amazon holding the line. Okay, right here. Why is Amazon holding the line? Because look at the 20-day moving average and look at the 9-day. Okay, so Amazon's solid as it creeps up into this area. Okay, at this 180.95 spot. Okay, that's a resistance area. You get up above that, you'll be at 184.11. Okay, right now it's 179.83 here on March 28th. Okay, so always think about what could happen and will happen as you go into these resistance spots, these resistance areas. Okay, so look at Amazon holding strong right now. Okay. Let's just revert back to NVIDIA for one quick second here. I want to just show you something on the 2-hour chart really quick. Now, we're pulling back on NVIDIA. Look at the sellers. Just wanted to show you. Now, when you got into that spot right there, okay, we had an exchange of money, okay, right up in this area. We come back down, we have the break step. We got the step, we got the break step in the pre-market yesterday, okay? Now, we're holding right in this spot here. Are we going to start getting the trend to reverse, to go back up, to retest this area right here? Or is this just going to, boom, break step down? Now, how we might know that is we have more sellers right now than buyers, okay, on NVIDIA. Okay, just for now. This is not for the long term or anything like that. This is for right now, as of now, okay? Let's go back to the daily chart. And let's go to HD. So Home Depot now. Home Depot, now this is not a surprise on my videos. I told you what was going to happen, okay? I told you that what was going to happen. We came up and we had the breakout failure. If we had the breakout failure, we're going to come back down to the 20-day moving average, okay? Now we come back to the 20-day moving average and we get an engulfing off of that spot, okay? Let's see if they're going to give you another possible W formation and then up, okay? So that's what we want to look for, okay? We want to look for that. Now, when you go to the line chart and you look how the W's are forming on this, okay? You get retest at the support level. You get the breakout into the resistance, but you get the failure. Now, right here on the daily chart, let's see if we're going to get this and then this, okay? Go down to the moving average, and then boom, we get the engulfing, and then we start heading back up in the uptrend on Home Depot that still continues, okay? Now, we've been following Home Depot for a very, very long time, okay? Let's go over the 2-hour chart. Let's do volume analysis and see what's happening. And right now, we're up and above, okay? So we have a little more buyers and sellers here, okay? Again, as we were coming down, look how we had the more sellers. Now it's starting to switch, okay? It's starting to, you're getting a trend change possibly on the 2-hour chart, okay? Let's go over to GDX and the gold miners and look at the gold miners. Now, this is not a surprise. Let's go to the line chart, okay? Look at the line chart with the retest. Always go to the line chart so you can know where you are also. So you can go into this area. Then you look at that right side of that W right there. Because you want to get the retest. That's why the right side of the W is so important, okay? Look at this right here, okay, as we go along here. We get the stochastic that crossed up. We came back to the 9-day moving average with what? Much lighter volume, okay? So see how we get the engulfing right here, but then we pull back, we hit the resistance area. Now this is support, okay? Support with lighter volume. We know that's a big thing of beauty, okay? Because we want that. We want to pull back with lighter volume if we're in an uptrend, okay? We get the engulfing yesterday, okay? So we want to try to go up to 31.91. Right now, 30.96, okay, on GDX. Let's go over the 2-hour chart as we always do and look how they're buying, okay? See them above the 2-hour, the 20-day moving average and above the 9-day moving average. Okay, in the pre-market buying, okay, for now. Okay, let's see. Now, we do have resistance on the 2-hour chart at 31.71. So let's see if they're going to tag that. Let's go to a 15-minute chart. And what is, as Richard Dawson used to say, survey says what? Buying. Okay, we're above the moving average, and they're buying right now. Okay, let's see if they're going to tag that area. Okay, so that's what we're looking at on the GDX. Now, on the GDX, we get above the gap area from January 2nd, okay? So we're going into this spot right here with good volume and going into this spot right here on December 28th with good volume. So let's see if we're going to get up into that 31.91 area, okay? That's an important resistance level there, okay? Let's look at the Goldman Sachs and the monster that had the sideways consolidation forever finally broke out right on March 21st, okay? So that was something that we were looking at, remember? And then we come back to support and then boom, we get that little pop, okay? But always know where you are, okay? Always remember that. Now where are you at 420.42? Remember, we got resistance in that spot. So if you were in this and you want to take your profits, okay, always make sure that you're always taking profits as you go into these resistance areas. At these support levels, you want to make sure that you're back in, okay? On the 2-hour chart, what do we got going on? We got still buying here right for now on the 2-hour chart, okay? So let's go over to the UUP. Let's go over to the US dollar. And right now, what do we got going on here? Okay, we're going into this area with much lighter volume. Now look at the volume here. This is a great volume lesson for those looking to learn. Now look how you're coming up. Okay, you came up, boom, right into resistance, right in that spot at 28.35. Okay, now you're coming back into that spot with absolutely nothing here, okay? So you could get that, and you're way far away from the moving average, so you could get the pullback here, okay? You can get the fast pullback, too, okay? On the U.S. dollar TLT, which is the 20-year Treasury bond, and the TLT. Now, look at this. Look at the increasing volume on the TLT, okay? So you're going into, let's see where you fill the gap from March 13th, okay? Now you go into that, look at the increasing volume on the TLT. Look at this, boom. So we got more buyers interested. Now what do you have? You have a right side of a W, right, in this spot. And then boom, the engulfing, okay? And the engulfing right there, okay? So as you go into this spot here with 50, now yesterday 50 million shares, okay? Now we get past that area. So now we're into the March 12th candlestick with 29. The March 11th candlestick with 17.78, 25 million, and then on March 7th, 39. So we're going with 50. Okay, so we got some juice behind us right here, okay? Let's see if we get into these areas, okay? Let's put a Fibonacci retracement just for this one little spot right here. And also, you're going into a 618 retracement level right here, okay? Right there, okay. So let's see what happens at that 618 if they're going to pull some profits off at that spot, okay? Because right now we don't have resistance lines, so just pull up the Fibonacci right there, okay? Let's go over to the 2-hour chart, and what do we see? More buyers than sellers, but we're slamming into resistance there right now, okay? So we got to get past the high of this, right? The high of this candlestick in the post-market last night, okay, was 94.75. So we got to blast through that in order to get to the 95.41. Right now, 94.70 pre-market, 9:24 a.m. today. Okay, so that's a TLT. So let's keep moving along here, and we got Tesla. So we've been watching Tesla like a hawk. Okay, now Tesla, they killed it, but don't be surprised here. on Tesla. Look at the more sellers than buyers. Okay, look at the more sellers right there. Okay, so don't be fooled by this right now. Okay, look how it happened here. You had a small little baby trend. Okay, it was a fake trend, and then boom, they hit you because you had more sellers than buyers. Look at that right up there in that spot. Okay, right there. You hit support with a doji, you bounce because you're going to have some covering. And then when you bounce, you're not bouncing with much. Here, there's no juice. You come up and over with more sellers, okay? More sellers than buyers right there. So that's why you got to be careful on Tesla right now, okay? Tesla's weak, okay? Even though it could be trending up a little bit, okay? And there is a little more buying volume on the 2-hour chart. You got to be very careful, okay? So that's something that you want to keep looking at, keep watching. You could get possibly a nice short sell out of that, or is it going to hold, okay? Remember, you're slamming into resistance, right? I got a lot of pressure with a lot of sellers up in this spot right here, okay? And you're moving into a gap down, okay? So let's see what they do. Okay, that's going to be a very interesting call right there, okay? Caterpillar, the locomotive bull market Caterpillar, as we call it, because that's what a bull market looks like. I keep telling you this. This is this ride the rope, they call that, okay? You're riding the rope. You see that? Look at riding the rope, okay? Now, when you go, now watch this. On March 21st, 2.6 million shares. Okay, yesterday, 2.26. So we got to get up and above that spot to get to that 378.20. Right now, it's 364.65. Now, let's go to a 2-hour chart, okay? Go to a 2-hour chart, okay? And look at this. Now, when you go to the 2-hour chart, we're going to be slamming into the 366.47, okay? We're going to slam right into that area, right there, okay? Right now, we have more buyers than sellers, okay? We don't have a lot of sellers right here, and we're trending up above the moving averages, okay, on Caterpillar. So on Caterpillar, even though we're slammed right into that resistance area, let's see if we blast up and above because we do have more buyers than sellers right now, okay? Costco, the big dog in retail, okay? Now, Costco, you got this downdrift, huge volume downdrift for 8.59 million shares on March 8th, okay? Right after earnings, they took the profits, okay? Now, let's see what happens when you get that flush out. We went over this a lot of times. When you get that flush out of money exchange, it's a money exchange right there, that monster, you're going to get a little bit of a bounce, okay? And you did, okay? You did. Okay, so that we were going over that quite a few times. Now, right now, you're in limbo with these dojis, okay? You're in limbo, okay? Right now, it's a 731.12, okay? Somebody's I was looking at the close from yesterday. 731.12 pre-market, okay? So let's go over the 2-hour chart, okay? How much time we got left? About 5 minutes. Go over the 2-hour chart, and we're still not being supported on the 2-hour chart yet for any buy, okay? So let's see what they're going to do here. Right now, we have a mixed bag, okay? We have a total mixed bag here, so we got to keep continuously looking at this as we go along here, okay? We go to daily chart. Let's go to daily. Okay, now on the daily chart, Duke Energy, okay? Duke Energy. Now be careful because you got a velocity candlestick on Duke Energy. So this is a very, you got to be very careful. Now we're going into swing points from March 12th and March 13th, 2.878 million shares and 3.5. So we're going in with 3.16. Let's see. And he's going to slam right into resistance at 996.35. Okay. So that we're going to slam into that spot. Let's look at when you got to be careful in this situation here. You do have a lot of nice buyers right in this spot here, okay, and you don't have a lot of sellers. We need this to pull back, okay, to see what's actually going to happen. We need the 2-hour chart to pull all the way back to the bottom and see if it's going to hold here, okay. Well, that's what we want to see, and then boom, okay. That's what we're looking for, okay. That's what we're looking for on Duke Energy because you have a velocity candlestick here. Okay, I mean, this could blast through. And now remember this is sort of like a sideways consolidation here. trading within the box right there. See that? Okay, this is sideways. So if you're going sideways, you're going to bust up. Boom, you're going to head up probably at one point to 99.11 if that does bust up. Or if we just go sideways for a little while. Let's see what happens there. Now we have a stochastic pointing up, okay? So let's see if we can get it. We do have more buyers and sellers at this moment. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's go to Dominion. Sorry about that. Dominion Energy. And on Dominion Energy, we got the same situation because we're in the same sector, okay? With as we do with Duke Energy. Okay, same type of situation here. Let's go to McDonald's. Now, McDonald's right here, let's just see something right here. Okay, so we're not being supported by institutional money right at this moment, okay? We came down with harder selling volume than we do with buying volume here, okay? Let's go over the 2-hour chart. And as Richard Dawson used to say, the survey says, right here, we're getting a little bit of a covering bounce, okay? We got a little bit, because remember, now watch the 2-hour chart. Let me stretch this out for you for a second. Remember the sideways consolidations trading within the box. See that? That's accumulation, okay, right there, that spot. That's accumulation, okay? So you see, as long as you go sideways, sometimes as long as you go up, okay? Or as long as you go down. Now, right now, we have a little more buyers right now on the 2-hour chart, okay? So as we look at the 2-hour chart, we have more buyers here. Let's go over to 15-minute chart and see what's going on as the market just opened. But that means nothing. We got to wait a little while for the market to settle down. Okay, let's see what they'll do, if they're going to hold, if they're going to start heading up, okay, with this on McDonald's, okay? With McDonald's, okay, you did have a bounce off of the support level, but remember, you're going into a major resistance. Right now, you're in a resistance spot, and then you have one right above. It could take 282.97, and then let's see what happens there from there, if it'll reach 284.79. So the volume on March 27th, which was yesterday, okay, volume 2.6 million shares. Okay, going up into that 3 million, 3.6. Okay, so going in with lighter volume here, and we're coming into this downdraft with 5.4 million shares. Okay, so let's see if we get a failure right in the spot here, because that's what we're kind of looking for in that area. Coca-Cola, we're almost done here. Coca-Cola, we knew that we were coming off support. It's not a surprise from the other videos. Right here was your support. Right here is your profit taking. And look how they took the profit taking right there a little bit, okay? So let's see if we make another run at it. And then remember, look how far away you are. Look at the void. You are from the moving average. And you're in resistance, okay? And you have a little bit of lighter volume, okay? So you want to see, you got to get this to pull back, okay? Okay, that's, when you chase these things, it's when you get hurt, okay? Don't chase, because when you chase, you're going to get killed. Now, on Procter & Gamble, I wanted to go over this with you really quick. We had a resistance level right here, okay? Right in that spot, okay? So we bump up and above with this little doji here, right here. Let's see if that's going to hold. Now, that doesn't mean that's going to hold, but, we're at the beginning of the market day here, okay? We are going into a holiday weekend, so they do rally a lot before holiday weekends here, okay? So let's see if we get this little rally up until 163.56 on Procter & Gamble. Right now, more buyers than sellers here, okay? Just for now. We really want to see what's going to go on thereafter, okay? Now, when you come up and you stop and you hold this area at 162.15, right now, 162.82, you have a doji as we begin the market here, okay? But that we'll revisit, and we'll see what they're going to do here, okay? I just want to thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody for watching. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Hope this helps everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful Easter to everybody out there.